Okay, here we go.
Here we are.
Hi guys, our top story today is it's still a lack of supply and not a lack of demand.
That's right. The major question that real estate experts are asking today is whether prospective home buyers believe that purchasing a home makes sense. And the rapidly rising home prices are impacting the demand, but that's really not the case. It is a lack of supply.
I think it is. It's always buy real estate and wait. Don't wait to buy real estate. Right now, historically low interest rates. As we discussed last week, we don't see them getting much lower. It's almost impossible for that to happen. So step into the game if you're not in it. If you're already own real estate, now's the time to add to your portfolio. We're definitely getting a home that you want to be in long range.
Yeah, the CEO of D.R. Horton, that's been the largest home builder in the U.S. for about the last 20 years, he said they have more people coming through their models that want to buy homes than they have inventory. So even they have never been in this situation before, and they are slowing down the pace of their sales just to keep inventory trickling into the market.
Yeah, there's a big disruption in the supply chain. So everything is more expensive, number one, and number two, harder to get. So even though the home builders want to step up and ramp up production for this huge demand that's out there, it's almost impossible because they can't get the supplies they need. It's a kind of a catch-22.
Yeah, the chief economist for Realtor.com is also saying that the slowdown in the market is a supply challenge, not a lack of demand.
That's true. I mean, that's throughout everywhere. I was talking to a guy earlier today that's in the automobile business. He said that their numbers are off the charts, but they can't get cars. They're trying to buy used cars. They're competing with Hertz and Avis and Dollar and all the rental car companies. So used cars right now are at a high demand. New cars are at high demand. Once again, it comes back to the supply chain. They're having a tough time getting the supplies.
Well, that's true in home building too. If you've tried to do any remodeling even, you'll find you have lead times. And sometimes on some odd things.
Yes, oh yeah, well, everything's odd. We would think that it would be easily available. In these days, it's just not that way.
Again, the home buyers are there. We just need houses to sell them. So if the slowdown was a result in really the demand waning, then you'd see home prices coming down, and we're just not seeing that. In the first 6 months of this year, the home prices are actually accelerating every month. So they went, January to 10%, increasing March 11%, May 15%, June 17%. So the home prices are actually increasing.
That is correct, and the homes that are actually doing price reductions actually came on a once-in-a-lifetime price. Gee, if I get this, I'll sell it for that. However, you still have to be realistic, even in this market, as a seller, and realistic as a buyer on what you're going to offer.
That's right. The number one thing, it's really a shortage of listings, not buyers. And affordability isn't the challenge, as some people are claiming to be. If you look at the market in inflationary dollars, it's actually more affordable now, even though it doesn't seem like it. And mortgage rates, like Gary said, remain at record lows, and that is also making the prices higher because your payment is still less per month, per percentage of your income, your household income.
Yeah, and the lower the payment, the more house you can afford, which is actually pushing the home prices up. So one begets the other.
Right, we have a property that's going to be coming on, and it's in the affordable moderate housing program, and they have ranges on what you can earn to qualify for these properties, but it means the price the home can sell for is still going up because the percentage of what it is to the borrower's income is lower because the interest rates are so low.
Yeah, one begets the other.
Right.
Because as interest rates come down and home prices go up, if you're locked into a low-income city housing program, And the low income for what family of four is 150,000 in our area. So in a lot of areas that doesn't sound like low income. In our area, you're price protected on selected properties.
That's right. Number two, owning a home is a better long-term decision because, like Gary just said, you have a fixed payment. You know if you locked in a good interest rate, what your payment is going to be over the long term. Whereas if you're a renter, your rent is going up usually every year, and you're paying the landlord's mortgage, so you might as well be paying your own, because then you also benefit from the home equity that hopefully you're gaining as these markets appreciate.
Now there are some caveats on that. A lot of people that are landlords are below market rents. What that means is, hey, they rented to somebody a few years ago and they just never did feel like increasing their rent. They were happy with the tenant, they were happy with the amount of rent they were getting. Their payment wasn't going up, and in fact if they refinanced it went down. So they haven't raised the rent. So in our area, Ventura County, they said 70% of the people paying rent are paying below market value.
So we've had many long-term tenants in the properties. Yep. And number three, owners build their wealth and renters build their landlord's wealth, like I just said. So, yeah. So today the home, building your equity is substantial. When you hear these numbers that properties have gone up, and over the year to year, properties in Ventura County have gone up about 20%, the home prices. Well, that's a lot, especially when our home prices, the median average sales price now is into the mid 800s. Some places it's over $1 million. So that 20% is a lot.
Yeah, that's right. So now your $1 million house is now worth $1.2 million. That's a lot. 200 grand in the last year. A lot of money.
That's right. So you're thinking about buying or selling real estate, let us know. Let's talk about your situation. I have some California July 2021 market numbers here, and the statewide median price is still over 800,000, 811,000, and that is statewide. So that is just incredible. 7 out of 10 homes sold for above the asking price. So again, like Gary just said, 70%. 70.6% sold over the asking price. All-time high price per square foot is $394 of a sold property price per square foot. And then the percentage of active listings year over year is down almost 15%, 14.7%. So in the summer of last year, inventory started to come back up because it stopped completely really April, May, and started to build again, but we're still down 15% from last year. But the total number of homes sold this year has actually grown. So it's still not enough to keep up with the demand. And we're still hearing things in the marketplace, multiple offers in the entry-level condos. You're getting double-digit offers in that price range.
Yeah, and as things continue to improve, and what I mean by that is more and more houses coming on the market, it hadn't cooled the demand at all. People are figuring out, hey, this is the time to buy. There's never been a better time considering interest rates, and the lenders are cooperating, even though the lenders are very busy too. They're in short supply. Appraisers, it's across the board. But as it does improve and improves with more listings, it is becoming a very, very active market.
Yeah, days on market in July was just 8, and that's a statewide number, versus in July of last year, it was 17. So that is almost cut in half again. Normal would be in the 60 to 90 day range, and now it's down to 8.
They do say that the average is 6 months. So if you've had a house on the market for 180 days, then it's a neutral market. It's not a buyer's market, it's not a seller's market. Now in the last few decades, we've never seen that, but that's what the national averages are.
Yeah, so the market is still hot, and it is not it is a lack of supply, not a lack of demand, and that's what we're hearing with our sellers and our buyers that we're working with. You're probably going to write more than one offer in this market until you find a property.
That's right. Don't give up.
Yep.
Just keep going. Patience and persistence always wins the day.
Yep, so we're always here to answer all your real estate questions. We love to talk about real estate, and you know where to find us at GaryandLisa.com.
Your real estate edge.
We'll see you soon.